one of my favorite countries to visit in all of Europe, has less than 2,000 evangelical Christians living there. In this tiny Balkan country, the Christian community represents 0.2% of their entire population. In this episode, I'm going to show why the cross is seen as offensive and what happens when a Muslim converts to Christianity here, and how Christians are sharing the gospel. Today, I'm taking you with me to Pristina, Kosovo. So, why is the cross so offensive? In Western culture, the cross is a picture of God's grace. However, I've seen how in Kosovo, it's perceived to be incredibly offensive. Okay, Christians know the Bible itself says the message of the cross is foolishness to those who don't believe, and that its own nature, it literally just is offensive to us because it confronts our own sin. But as I've listened to my friends in Albania and Kosovo explain these things through their own lens, you can see that just the shape and the image of the cross in Kosovo has deep roots in their hurt and the agony their families experienced in just the last 50 years alone. The Serbian Orthodox Church was a huge part of this offense for Kosovars because they used the image of the cross to justify invasions, held it as a banner over the atrocities of the war, and burned that image into people's minds as a representation of their brutality. So yeah, sharing the message of the cross in a country like Kosovo has a tendency to hit against deaf ears, who've only ever seen the cross represented like this. So is Kosovo a safe place for Christians to live? And what happens if someone converts to Christianity? Is there any pushback from their family or their society? Being a majority Muslim nation means that, yeah, if you convert to Christianity, you're likely gonna pay a high cost. As in any part of the world where Islam is a predominant religion, the societal pressures that come with your faith, they can dictate how you live your entire life. With less than 2,000 known believers, how does the church stay alive in a city like Pristina? One of my best friends started a coffee shop there in the heart of the city to be the church and to share the gospel. Newborn Brew is a partner we're working with closely now because it's easy to see that Newborn Brew is the church living in its community.
Okay, I'm on the streets of Pristina, Kosovo with my friend Dejan. So,
hello.
We're walking through, well, from our friend Jordan's house down to Newborn Brew. Newborn Brew started almost more than 2 years ago now?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's a cafe. This cafe is something special here in the city. And so, as we go into the nations, I really want to point to things that are happening that are changing communities and changing lives. How do you say it? Pristine? Pristina? Pristine?
Pristine.
Pristine. I've heard it 1,000 ways. Let's go on a walking tour with Pristine and get ourselves down to Newborn Brew for a coffee and some conversation. Let's go. Along with many other European cities, if you ever come, especially on this side of the world, alleyways are for the people. Look at this, look at this. Look how terrifying this is.
Is it?
In the middle of the night with you standing there, this would be terrifying. Now I'm filming you. What does Newborn mean to you?
It's a very comfortable place to hang out at, and the owners are very nice. The staff is really nice. It's really cozy and comfortable, you know?
I want to take a moment and introduce you to one of my friends. He's not afraid to say his name on camera, and he's given me permission to show you this video. He recently decided to follow Jesus, knowing the cost was really high.
Hi, I'm Alex. I come from Drenica, and 1 year ago when I came here in Newborn Brew, I came with some friends of mine, not knowing what this place is about. And the first time I was here, I was like, I don't know what to do. Second time I came here, I started knowing a lot of people here, which is pretty good. And everyone here is actually pretty friendly. A lot of them, most of them. And which was very good place for a lot of students, a lot of people to feel free and come here. It was a good thing for me because here I started learning a lot of new things, started learning about Jesus, which was the best thing in my entire life that I've done. I started learning, and a year later, I think, I'm not sure, but a year later, I converted. I believe in Jesus now. I gave my life to him. which is a good thing because he chose me. He said, I was actually here at this place, and here I was sitting, and Emir, he's a pastor, he was sitting here when he invited me to the church. Actually, it's true. When he invited me to the church for the first time, I went to the church for the first time, and it was good, like just to visit like a place, not knowing that my whole life would change after that.
Okay, real quick. Alex's story is what inspires me to keep making these videos and to show you some of the amazing moments that happen in places like Newborn Brew, which is what I'm about to show you in the rest of this video. We're really proud to be partnered with Newborn Brew to help provide a place for people like Alex to come and be safe, gain a new understanding of who Jesus is, and be a part of a community like this. On nationsoutreach.org, you can give in support of this project, and we'll continue to help serve in Kosovo alongside the very few believers known to be in the city.
Then I started going to church more oftenly, but I did have two of my good colleagues, Don and Cam Bishop, who told me a lot about Christ, a lot about Bible. They taught me, we did Bible reading and stuff like that. Starting going to the church. Then I went back to Drenica again for 2 months, which was these 2 months, to finish my driver's license. But guess what? I did not make it. I'm still stuck on my driver's license. I still have not finished it, but I couldn't stay in Drenica anymore. And I came back here, and I just was this Sunday at church. 5 people were baptized. And when the pastor was making some kind of jokes like, who's next? I was like, raising my hand, because I want to be baptized soon enough. So this is my story of Newborn Brew, knowing Newborn Brew, the people, Jordan, Jennifer, they're amazing people. Knowing Michaela here. Come here, come here, come here. She's an amazing friend. I love her. Say the same, say the same.
I love Alex.
Yeah, I'm not threatening her. But yeah, this is my story at being at Newborn Brew. I feel free every time I come here, except please bring back peppermint white mocha because I miss it. Alex, out.
What's up?
Hey. Out is the master.
Show us your masterpiece. Pro level. Don't mess up on camera.
It's hard to mess up this one.
Last time I brought you a video from their 1-year anniversary party, but today it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's,
This is my friend
Elisa.
Elisa.
Lenore.
I just had them memorized right before I hit record, but why do you love Newborn Brew, or do you?
I love Newborn Brew because of the people. They're amazing and the atmosphere is great.
And you, do you love it or hate it?
I love it. Everybody match the energy here.
Yeah.
Tonight we're gonna have a concert. We're gonna sing some songs. There's a lot of chocolate, a lot of red
Free
balloons, free food. Everybody loves free food. Every country.
Of course, yeah.
America, Kosovo.
Yeah.
All Albanians love
And
free
it's
food.
freezing.
It is freezing. I'm going back inside. Let's go inside and have this party. Give me that end. Oh yeah.
There we go.
What are we doing with this? And why are you blowing up a giant lobster?
Festive.
This is the most loving lobster in all the land. Tell me about your love for Valentine's Day.
It's deep. Yes. My love for this woman right here. That's what's deep. Valentine's Day? Could go without
Okay guys, at Nations Outreach, we've decided to support Newborn Brew and their team. Anytime we visit, we see a vibrant community of believers and locals working together to serve and reach both Albanians and Kosovars. Click in the link in the description to learn more about how we're partnered with Newborn Brew. Also, check out this video about how, as of January 1st, 2024, after 25 years of being stuck in their own country, the citizens of Kosovo can finally visit the rest of Europe.